It's dime time! Hey everybody, it's Rob, the Rob Finds Treasure, and we have a dime hunt to do today. We barely had one to do because I picked up 3 dime boxes from my local banks. One was a brand new 2020 Denver uncirculated box. One was a 2019 Denver uncirculated box. And at least we got one box to kick off this hunt. Now, as many of you know, I struggle with my dime boxes, so I'm fully expecting that this box does not provide us enough finds for this video. Should that be the case, we'll be marrying this hunt along with other dime hunts in the future. I do want to make mention that I have had no luck in finding very many dime varieties over the years, so I'm hoping that maybe today, maybe this box finds me a variety. Now you probably missed it, but I switched out my stacking silver mat for my clad coinage varieties mat because I really want to focus on varieties today and not just checking for silver. Now I always check for varieties in my dime boxes, but whenever I do 2 or 3 boxes in one sitting, my eyes get tired and I'm sure I miss stuff. I will be focusing with one box, 50 rolls, to inspect every single dime that I can. I'm really hoping that I can score a 2004 D doubled ear because this is one of the ones I've been looking for a long time. Now I do have a 96W that I have found corner hunting. I have found several 70D proof reverses as well as 70Ps and 69Ps. But the rest of them we have not found. Let's kick it off in good old-fashioned style with roll 1. And as a reminder, I'll be checking both sides of these rolls throughout the hunt because I didn't check the bottoms for any of the enders that could possibly be in this box. We'll bring you in if and when we have a first find. Roll number 40 of this dime box, and unfortunately, all I have to show for my hard work so far is a 1974 D in decent shape. I don't have a lot of good 70s dimes in my album. This one's got a ding right next to his eye and some other scratches, as you can see across him. Probably not going to keep it. I will compare it just in case because the reverse is nice and the strike's decent. But I bring you in because I opened this roll, and that caught my eye right here. But judging by the way that it's colored and by the reeds, I think it's going to be a Canadian dime or a foreign dime. It looks cool nonetheless. This is an Ecuadorian coin, and I can't make out the detail. Just want to see if it has any other information on here for you guys. 2000. That's what we needed to see. Might be a first find for me in a dime box. Definitely not silver, but it's a find nonetheless. All right, we'll keep at it. Maybe we'll run into something else towards the end of this box. Well, I have to laugh because this dime box is tormenting me. Roll 41, the very next roll. I just crack it open, and look what we have here. Another foreign. Back-to-back rolls with foreigns. And this one's going to be... It's got Queen Elizabeth II on it. Oh, it's a 5 pence. I should have known by the edge on this one. It's such wide reeds and it's a thicker coin. 5 pence right there. Crazy. Back-to-back rolls with foreigns. No U.S. silver yet. Well, unfortunately, that dime box is hunted, and I did double-check that 74D. It will not upgrade in my album. There we have the discards. There's the empty box. Looks like I'll be back when I get 2 more boxes. That being said, you know what? We had a little bit of excitement. We had an Ecuadorian 10-cent piece and a 5 pence as well. 2014. I forgot to mention the date in the earlier clip. At the end of the day, these made it a little bit more fun versus just a skunk box, but skunked for silver once again. All right, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys when I have 2 more boxes, hopefully. Well, we're back. I thought I'd be back with 2 dime boxes. We could only get 1 this week. Getting harder and harder to get boxes, I'll tell you, but we do have a dime box, and it's definitely circulated. You can see all kinds of discolored coins in here. I kind of like them when they're like that because it gives me hope that there's some oldies as well. Could just be me. We've already done one box. We're hoping to add to our finds, and hopefully one of the finds is silver. Now, I do have the Ecuadorian dime as well as the 5 pence sitting up there, and I was going to switch it out to the silver mat, but I need to break in a silver dime onto this clad coinage mat. I have not done that yet, so I'm hoping to do so today. I'll be back if I get a first find. Roll 19 of box 2, and we will end the silver dime drought. We have at least one. I'll check that dark colored clad looking one here in a second. 1954, minted in Denver. Our first silver dime in a dime box in quite some time, and it is early, so we will definitely take that. And that's just an 83 that's dirty. All right, we'll bring you back in if we find some more goodies, but I'll take one silver dime already. Roll 43 of box 2, and it could be possible. It's not the best color, but that's looking a little suspicious to me right there. Figured I'd bring you guys in for the unveiling just in case. Who knows, could just be an off-colored one. Holy cow. 1967, we have Canadian silver. I knew it looked a little bit funny, and we have a Canadian silver dime. 1967, and it's one of those centennial ones, 1867 and 1967, with the fish on the back. Canadians are probably like, no, Rob, it's this. Maybe it's a marlin. I don't know what it is. But I will take it either way. Canadian silver in the box. Unbelievable. 2 silver dimes, 1 US, 1 Canadian. Almost done with the rolls. For those wondering the fineness, in 1967, the Canadians were minted in both 80% silver with 20% copper and 50% silver with 50% copper. Based on the appearance of this one, I'm going to guesstimate it's probably an 80-20 split, 80% silver. Could be wrong, but based on what it looks like to me, that's gotta be 80%. Figured I'd go ahead and correct myself. I said marlin, I did not mean that. I meant mackerel. Holy mackerel, that'd be a thin marlin. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Well, we finished that second box of dimes, and you know what? It was a dandy. I got 2 silvers, and we'll get to those in a second. So for the 2-box wrap-up, we got the Ecuadorian dime, which was really cool from, I believe, 2000. I can't remember any longer. Yeah, I think it's 2000. It is. And then we got the 5 pence. Love the design on these bad boys. Very nice. I didn't show the find, but it was an ender. And if you recall, when I showed the beginning of the box, there was a dime that was discolored. But I've done a little research on it, and when I flip it around, I think it's a very light finish on this. Almost like it's almost missing the clad layer. If I take it next to the side here, you can see there is literally no clad layer on this really whatsoever on the obverse. It's basically a very light coppery pink, and the back has some finish. If I grab a standard dime next to it and I show the sides, you can see clearly it looks like it's all copper. Anyway, I'll do a little more research on it. I just wanted to pull it aside because if it is a missing clad layer, or at least a light clad layer, that is kind of cool. And then you saw them both, a 1954 Denver, US silver dime 90%, and a 1967 Canadian dime, and I do believe this one is the 80% silver versus the 50% silver. Either way, 5 finds, 2 boxes, 2 silvers from 2 different countries. Can't get mad at that. Hopefully you enjoyed this version of Dime Time. We actually got silver this time. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. and thanks for watching. You know where these go. Into the 2020 silver jar.